we're traveling with Sri Radha. And Radha is really the embodiment of unconditional love, of divine love, of love without expecting anything and surrendering to that love. So for this week, we're going to be opening our hearts to love and surrendering into it. And it's such a perfect day to shoot this video today. I mean, look at this slide. Oh, that's fantastic. So for today, we're going to do one pose and a series of counter poses afterwards. But this is really one pose that I really love. It's more of a yin yoga style pose, and it is supported bridge pose. So what does that mean, supported bridge pose? It means that you are going to need some kind of support like a block or bricks. So I have these little blocks. They're not ideal, but if you have a couple of those, you can stack one on top of the other, or keep them together. If you have a bigger block, a standard yoga block, that's fine. But if you don't have any of those, you can grab a couple of books, like so. Books that are somehow of the same size, the same height, and you can use them as your support with maybe a blanket or a cushion, just to have a little bit of a soft thing upon them. So what we're going to do basically is lie down. Lie down with bent knees and feet towards the buttocks. So this is a pose that you can absolutely do to start your practice, or if you have a little bit of back issues, maybe you want to warm up a little bit beforehand with a couple of sun salutations, for instance. So you can go back to that video of sun salutations again, just do a couple of those, and then come back and lie down like this. So you want to grab your block or whatever you use as a block. Now remember, a block, one block, or books on 3 heights. So you can have your blocks like this, block like this, or even block like this, although in my opinion this is a bit high, but then again, this is your back, so be mindful of that. And what we're going to do is first anchoring the low back on the mat. So you can do that by taking your fingers to the hip points, right? That you can feel that these big bony handles, and push them up towards the rib cage, and you will feel a little tilt of the pelvis and your low back anchoring down and rooting down into the ground. Then you're gonna keep that, and on an inhale, lift your hips off the mat and pressing down into your feet, and then sliding your blocks underneath your sacrum. Oh. So what is the sacrum? Well, this is that bone, like flat triangular shaped bone, right above the coccyx, above the tailbone, and below the lumbar spine. So this is a bone that you can press into and feel. This is a bit more wide and broad than the vertebrae. And this is where you're gonna put your block. And then, guess what? Just surrender. And you can stay here for as long as you like. You can even pause that video and maybe set a timer for like 5, 7, 10 minutes. So I'm not gonna film myself in this pose for 10 minutes. But feel free to pause, come back in a few minutes. You can stay here, you can keep your feet flat on the ground, or you can extend your legs out. And make sure you're stable. So you might want to plant your feet on the ground, or just let your feet flop out to the sides, as long as you're staying stable, and feel free to adjust the block or the books or whatever it is that is supporting you. Right. And stay here. But you always have a choice to go back to the most comfortable position that you can find here. For me today, well, soles of the feet on the ground. And again, don't lose sleep over that. No, it's just a matter of how you feel right now, right here. And letting your front body open. And just surrender. And let's stay here for a few minutes. And all you have to do is nothing. Just breathe into it. Let go. Let the muscles relax. You are fully supported. And that is the support that will allow your heart to open, your front body to open, and fully surrender to the pose. And breathe. So this is important to stay still, well, as still as you can, and just relax into the pose. And give yourself a few minutes into it, so you can feel the space created in the low back. You can feel the spine slowly releasing into the mat. Let the rib cage open, let the heart open. So Lulu, my cat, is here with us, as you can hear. And then after a few minutes, press into the feet. If you have your legs extended out, bend the knees, bring the soles of the feet to the ground, and then press the hips up, slide the block away, and slowly come down one vertebra at a time and roll the spine onto the ground. And as you're landing here, just feel your back for a moment on the ground, and then bring your knees into your chest. And you can rock a little bit from side to side, just massage the low back. And then grab your feet, the outer edges of your feet for happy baby pose. So outer edges of the feet, separate the knees and the feet. Bring the soles of the feet looking at the ceiling and pull the feet towards you. Now the lower back is on the mat, tailbone might be off, and it's okay. And again here, you can rock and roll. Like a happy baby, this is an Anda Balasana. And then again, knees into the chest for Upanasana. And then extend your legs out again, this time for Shavasana. And surrender again. Feel the energy running through your body. Inhale, exhale through the mouth. And stay here for as long as you want. You can stay here, or either bring a knees to your chest, come up to a sit, and then stay a few moments in a seated position, hands in prayer at the heart center, and close your eyes. And then enjoy your day in love and light.